Hello, my name is Kara Askew. I am part of the Irvine Theta cohort. This video reflection is in regards to assignment 3.1, EDOL 722, and is titled The Danger of the Single Story. Our task as doctoral students was to watch Adichie's TED Talk on the danger of the single story and think of some experience in our life that paralleled the message she conveys. The inherent danger of the single story. I like to consider myself fortunate, raised in two households. Although I am originally from the city of Compton, much of my childhood up until adult life was spent with my maternal grandparents in the neighborhood of Watts. Watts stretches about 2.1 square miles. It borderlines the cities of Linwood and Paramount. It's also 10 minutes by car from Compton. So as you can see, this is very convenient for my mother, a single parent, raising 4 kids. Everything was in Watts, in addition to my family. I was able to attend school. I was able to attend church services. I was able to engage in summer camps and the pool at the park. The local library was always a favorite of mine. By the time high school hit, I was fortunate to get accepted into a magnet program. The school was about 14 miles from home and required early morning and late evening school bus transportation. After school, the bus would typically drop off a group of students from the local area and head to South Los Angeles to drop our group off. One particular afternoon, the bus became a little more active than usual, forcing the driver to pull over. He made the following announcement: "If this bus does not quiet down, I'm taking the kids to South Los Angeles home first." Immediate silence hit. The driver was able to proceed at regular drop-off. But it had me think, to this day, what's going on in the minds of these kids who became so silent? What do you think of us, this group of students from South Los Angeles who commute to Wilmington, California? What's going on in your head? What do you think we encounter? How do you think we live? In the TED Talk, Adichie discusses how single story creates stereotypes, not because they are untrue, but because they are incomplete. They make one story become the only story. Many stories matter. Growing up, many occasions I found myself having to validate who I was and where I came from. This was not only from outsiders, but also community. Apparently, the way that I speak did not match where I came from. When it came to thinking of Watts, a wonderful neighborhood that I give so much credit to my upbringing, if you looked from outside and you base it off of music and you base it off of the news and maybe movies here and there, Watts, many would assume, equaled violence. Watts represented crime, gangs, drugs, economically poor populations living in Watts. You thought of the riots. You thought of unsafe, maybe dangerous. But if you read from a different story, another story, you would learn about the rich history Watts has. You would learn about the contributions made in the areas of culture, of music, of art, and of sports. Acclaimed musicians in the genre of jazz resided in Watts. Renowned writers and poets, Olympians, gold medalists resided in Watts, like Flojo. Historical landmarks like the Watts Station, the first railroad in town in the early 1900s, or the monumental architectural sculpture, the Watts Towers, which is now considered a state historic park. Looking from different stories can change your view, your perception, the way you think. Adichie raised a lot of strong points in this. This is another story I hope that you will take with you when it comes to thinking of a neighborhood, a rich neighborhood like Watts. Thank you.